Hello, my name is Kelsey Aguilar, and I am currently a student at Arizona State University. I am a student, a woman, a mother, a wife, a daughter, and someday soon I will become an elementary school teacher. I have always admired my teachers growing up and have thought about becoming a teacher since about the third grade, and maybe even earlier than that. I was raised in a household where education was very important. Both my parents are college graduates, and my dad has a master's degree as well. Because of their educations, they have been able to provide a very nice, comfortable childhood for me. My mom was a stay-at-home mom and was very involved in all my education. She was there every day after school and helped me with all of my assignments and projects. As a result, I was a successful student all throughout my education, and I credit this solid foundation of quality study habits and a strong focus on education to that upbringing. This foundation has also led to my future career aspirations of becoming a teacher myself. Being a teacher takes a certain personality and is definitely not for everyone. Teachers need to, of course, love children, have patience, have a kind demeanor, and be able to nurture one-on-one personal relationships while still creating a strong environment within their classroom. I recently took a series of personality tests, and in one called 16 Personalities, I learned much more about my personality traits. My results indicated I am extroverted, observant, and am in touch with my feelings. Being extroverted will assist me as a teacher in connecting with and easily reaching out to my students as well as their parents and colleagues. I would say I am also organized, a good communicator, and people-oriented, which will all contribute to my success as a teacher. When assessing careers, the test specifically mentioned teaching as a solid career choice for my personality. This was very validating and has given me confidence as I'm moving in the right direction. I am passionate about children, teaching, and the beauty industry. Understandably, children and teaching fit right into my future career goals, but makeup and skincare don't seem to have a natural place. Upon further self-investigation, I have come to realize this passion is ultimately about self-care. Teaching is a selfless job, and having avenues to reboot and reset will be important if I'm going to be able to teach long term. Also along the path of learning more about myself, I looked into implicit biases I hold. We all have them, and it's important to acknowledge them so we can move past them. Verna Myers, in a TED Talk entitled How to Overcome Our Implicit Biases, Walk Boldly Towards Them, lays out steps to overcome our implicit biases. The steps are to first, get out of denial. Second, move towards your biases, not away from them. And third, when we see something, say something. Children are very impressionable, and it will be my job as an educator to shape their minds not only academically, but socially. It will also be important as a teacher to make sure I treat all my students fairly and equally by not allowing my implicit biases to get in the way. On a practical level, I decided to become a teacher because being a mom is very important to me, and I wanted a career that would allow me to still be available for my children. I think teaching will allow me to still have valuable time at home and maybe even be at the same school as my children. I feel very passionate about raising kids, and teaching is another form of that. Helping create compassionate, intelligent, and well-rounded youth is what I would like to contribute to my community and society. To become a teacher, my educational goals include finishing my bachelor's degree in educational studies at ASU, then progressing on to earning my teaching credential in California, and then start work towards my master's degree in education. I am finishing my education a little later in life for first and foremost myself, and also for my family and our financial future and the stability that provides. Ideally, I would like to remain in my home state of California to teach. California is my home and is also one of the highest paying states for teachers in the country. In 3 years, I see myself as having completed my first 2 steps in education, my bachelor's degree and my teaching credential, and applying for my first teaching position. In about 5 years, I see myself having a few years of teaching under my belt and working toward tenure. Around this time, I hope to be almost done with my master's degree, and therefore done with my initial steps for education. In 10 years, I see myself as a tenured teacher in an elementary school setting, feeling much more comfortable and experienced, loving my career as an educator. In conclusion, I feel very passionate about teaching, and I'm greatly looking forward to my career as an elementary school teacher. I think this career is a good fit for my personality as well as my future ambitions professionally as well as personally. A quote by Rita Pearson in her TED Talk entitled "Every Kid Needs a Champion" says, "Every child deserves a champion, an adult who will never give up on them, who understands the power of connection and insists that they become the best that they can possibly be." This perfectly summarizes my goals as a teacher. Thank you for your time.